In time unknown, great might was used to thrust a sword's edge between realities, cleaving entry from one realm into another, in hopes of gaining hidden power. On that day, the Vex learned of Crota, son of Oryx, and of the Hive. The foolish brood of a godlike entity had allowed a pattern-driven war to be waged in the world of Oryx's design. It is due to this war that the last safe city of Earth has now been plunged into a seemingly eternal darkness, the endless night. As the Vex waged war in Oryx's ascendant realm, a new Vex mind, Quria, was formed with the intent to secure victory for the Vex. And so, Quria strategized, and so Quria experimented, and so Quria simulated. The plan was precise: ambush Oryx, and gain the opportunity for Quria to simulate the entity. But the entity was far too complex for the Vex mind to grasp. Instead, the Vex mind opted to generate a partial simulation, that of a younger Oryx, of Aurash, far less powerful, but with the same potential for power. Quria may have lost, but it had gained knowledge, power, and potential. But Quria was taken, forced into servitude, and gifted from one godlike hive to another, from Oryx to Savathûn. Oryx held many strange powers until that fateful time when Guardians of Earth stepped into his chambers and eradicated him, transfiguring his remains into a weapon. Of his powers, the most notable may be the power to take, to force other beings into eternal servitude. But there is an often overlooked power in Oryx's possession, one which is far more impressive. Oryx resided in a dreadnought. But this vessel was not a normal part of a hive fleet. No, the dreadnought was, at least in part, a physical manifestation of Oryx's ascendant realm. When Oryx had built his dreadnought, he pushed his throne world inside out so that it bled into the material space of the dreadnought. And so we come to the Sister of Cunning, Savathûn, who had been gifted the taken Vex mind which held the latent potential of Aurash, of Oryx. Savathûn, who has influence over a subset of the Vex collective through Quria. Savathûn, who might manipulate the Scorn, perhaps through influence over the being responsible for their creation, or perhaps through their interactions with the Crown of Sorrow. Savathûn, whose influence may be felt by some Cabal who have been in contact with the Crown of Sorrow in the past. Savathûn, the Hive God. It is her trickery that is likely behind this endless night. But, wait. Did I not say in the title that this was Oryx's doing? Upon first entering the Vex domain through means the Vex never intended, Guardians reported a large Vex mind appearing as if it had been taken, attempting to hunt them down. It is my belief that that mind is Quria, and if it is, all answers appear clear. If Savathûn has command of Quria, she is clearly behind the endless night, but it is not her powers causing it. No, Quria holds Oryx's latent potential. It has been long theorized that Quria has the capacity to take, and if the taken bound to Savathûn are anything to go by, those theories hold much truth. But that also means that Quria holds the capacity to force ascendant space into real space. And if such a power is held, then I suspect the answer is now clear to all I speak to. Quria has thrust simulated space into real space. Quria, to the potential Aurash held, has thrust the city into endless night, and the ensuing chaos only feeds Savathûn's worm. It is all due to her cunning that we find ourselves here. I do hope you've enjoyed my first foray into Destiny lore and theory crafting. You may call me crazy for the threads I've connected today, and it's very likely that there are other powers at play here. But until I see otherwise, I truly believe the Endless Night can be traced back to Oryx's ability to invert his throne world into real space.